All right. Hello, everyone. Hello, Rachel. Hello, Santiago.
Hi.
My name is Glory Benson, and I'm an Agile project manager certified in Salesforce. Okay, today I'll be presenting my project plan for transitioning the World Health Organization's current grant management process to utilize Salesforce for their future process. The objective of this project is to streamline grant management and to improve its efficiency and enhance the grant approval process. Based on our interview with the stakeholders, Santiago and Maria, we were able to we were able to understand some challenges they face, and some of these challenges include the inefficient communication, the lack of a centralized system, the manual administrative tasks. And I'll be using the Agile project lifecycle for this project plan. Um, Here's an overview of the Agile project lifecycle and its phases. We have the requirement analysis, the initiation phase, the iteration phase, the testing phase, the deployment phase, and gathering feedback. Each of these phases has its own set of activities and deliverables. The first phase is the requirement phase. This is where we interviewed the stakeholders. We were able to gather requirements through the interviews. We were able to understand the challenges, the pain points, and analyze the current management process. After the requirement phase, we moved to the initiation phase where we defined the scope, the timeline, and budget of the project. Then the key deliverables includes user persona, the business process map, and user stories. After the initiation phase, we'll move to the iteration phase, where this is where the development work takes place, developing the Salesforce system to meet the requirements outlined in the user story. After the iteration phase, we'll go to the testing phase, where we have the user acceptance testing scripts to test the functionalities based on the requirements stated in the user stories. After testing the system that has been developed, we move to the deployment phase where we roll out the Salesforce solution we've implemented to the production site, and other deliverables involved in the deployment phase includes the data migration and user training and support. After the deployment phase, we gather feedback from the end users and stakeholders to improve on the product that has been developed. So for future versions of the products, yeah. Then I created a timeline for the project. So within week 1 to week 10, we have it stated here the time frame for each phase. Then here are the key um people involved in this project. We have stakeholders, we have Salesforce admin, project manager, the business analyst, developers, and grant management team. Then I also included a project management board. This is where we itemize the tasks that needs to be implemented and assign it to team members based on their roles. Thank you.
Thanks, thanks,
Yeah.
Glory. That's well done.
Hmm.
Absolutely brilliant. Well done. And thanks for
Thank
coming
you.
up first on stage. So really comprehensive presentation, Glory, there. If I can sort of pick out some pieces of feedback here, if we can go back
Okay.
to the that project roadmap. So
Okay.
this is a great visual. I really like, this is a great way of being able to explain to a client, what you're doing in terms of an
Hmm.
agile project. So you've put all of the
Hmm.
six areas there, and you under each area very nicely, elaborated what that means. So, and you took us through that really well.
Okay.
Um, user testing, test execution, all of those phases, like the data migration, they are pretty important,
Hmm.
right, to an agile project. And when you go through this with a client, it's always worth iterating what
Hmm.
commitment you need from the client, and they don't realize that for user acceptance testing, for example, they need to free up people from the business to do the testing, right?
Hmm.
So it might be a day, it might be 3 days, it might be, six hours a week, whatever it is. That, but you do need that level of commitment as a BA or a project manager from the client to be able to test the product, that you're delivering. So there's some really great content here, but I think what you could do when you present that again is take it maybe one stage further and say, actually, what does that mean for Santiago and his team? Right?
Okay.
What does UAT
All
mean?
right.
So really great
All right.
content there.
All right. Thank
The
you.
other thing is, in terms of Agile, once you've gathered feedback at point 6, what you would do then is you probably will go back to point number 3. So you have this continuous iterative loop of what we call continuous improvement and continuous development. So once the project has sort of ended, it doesn't end really, because with Salesforce and with a lot of platforms like Salesforce, you're always improving and adding features. So just remember, this is a sort of a concentric circle that keeps going on and on and on.
Okay. Thank you.
Well done. All right.
Awesome.
Thanks, Glory.
Nice job, Glory. What do you think your next steps are here?
Sorry, do you mean after the 6th phase?
Nope, sorry. Let me rephrase. Given the feedback, what are you going to do /change use continuous iteration improvement for this particular presentation?
Okay, one of the things I noted from what Mo said is after the gathering of feedback phase, we moved to the iteration phase. I wasn't clear on that before, but now I got a clearer, like a confirmation of what needs to be done.
Sweet. Sounds great. Well, can't wait to see the final product. And also, amazing job. Claps for you, Glory. Thank you for coming up on stage.